You cannot put your faith in these people to do what is right. What's up, everybody? I am the Skeptical Realist. McCarthy announces an impeachment inquiry. Well, thank you very much. About fucking time. This is, I mean, what's the reason for him to do it now, right? There's got to be a reason. Like, they were setting this up in the background. Like, they were trying to figure all this out. How are we going to play this? How are we going to play this? So that nothing happens as usual. You're going to be out there. Their mouthpieces are going to be talking in the inquiry. You know, all. Anyway, and then Gaetz comes out and says, "Oh, McCarthy, you're a POS. You ain't doing. This is what you're not doing. This is what you're supposed to be doing, and you need to go." We'll watch that in a minute. But first, let's check out McCarthy's announcement for an impeachment inquiry. Oh, thanks.
You know, the months that we were gone and the weeks, House Republicans have uncovered serious and credible allegations into President Biden's conduct. Taken together, these allegations paint a picture of a culture of corruption. Now, here's what we know so far. Through our investigations, we have found that President Biden did lie to the American people about his own knowledge of his family's foreign business dealings.
Well, he lied already, so
have testified that the president joined on multiple phone calls and had multiple interactions.
Allegedly.
Dinners resulted in cars.
Wait a minute, he just talked about the weather on those phone
into
calls.
His sons and his son's business partners. We know that bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates through various shell companies.
Shale companies?
The Treasury Department alone
right?
has more than 150 transactions involving the Biden family and other business associates that were flagged as suspicious activity by U.S. banks.
Okay. Did anybody do anything about that?
Even a trusted FBI informant has alleged a bribe to the Biden family. Biden used his official office to coordinate with Hunter Biden's business partners about Hunter's role in Burisma, a Ukrainian energy company. Finally,
wait, what? Burisma is a Ukrainian energy company? What? No way. What the? I mean, who is this? Who's he telling? We know all this. I mean, it's just a formality. Is he trying to tell people that aren't paying attention about all of this? He's just laying it out for the record. I don't know. What was that green screen, man? Come on, get your straight.
Despite these serious allegations, it appears that the president's family has been offered special treatment.
Wait. Allegations? How are they allegations? You just said he did these things.
By Biden's own administration.
Special treatment.
Treatment that not otherwise would have received if they were not related to the president.
Oh, really?
These are allegations of abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption. And they warrant further investigation by the House of Representatives. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public.
Oh,
That's exactly what we want to know, the answers. I believe the president would want to answer these questions and allegations as well.
Oh, I'm sure
this effort will be led by Chairman James Comer at the Committee on Oversight.
Hold on. Comer, thanks. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but every time there's a situation, I don't know if the Democrats do this. They probably do this too. It's a tactic. They march somebody out. Like I don't know, they're drawing straws in the House, right? They're like, okay, who wants to take care of this situation and be the mouthpiece for the Republicans on this? Comer's one of them in this case. Jim Jordan, he's kind of one of them too, but he's on the committee, so he has to. He has to get those sound bites. Comer has to get those sound bites and do all the interviews. Where's other Republicans? Where's all the other Republican House members? Where's all the Republican Senate members? They're nowhere to be found. You don't see them. They're not talking about it. There's a select few now. There's more than there has ever been. Like some of the ones that fought against McCarthy's election to House Majority Speaker, right? But again, you don't see it. They have this mouthpiece and they just roll with it. This person is going to take care of the situation and they're going to pacify us. They're going to tell us what we want to hear. They're going to give us the sound bites so that that we're suppressed. They're suppressing us with their actions. They are the uniparty. McCarthy's doing his part. Why bring this impeachment inquiry right now? Well, because they needed all this time to figure out how they're going to do it. They have to work with each other to figure out, oh, okay, well, we're going to bring out this information. We're going to interview these people, and this is what's going to be said, and then this is how we're going to handle it. They're working together. We are being played for fools. We have always been played for fools. And we are still doing nothing about it. We're going round and round. We're going in circles, right? Being pissed off all the time about the political situation in this country. And we've counted on Republicans because we voted for them and they said they were going to do something about it. They've done nothing. They've allowed the country to get where we are. And we're not in a good spot. It is their fault. For us, it should be their fault. Democrats are going to do what they're going to do. But Republicans, when they're in power, they are cowards. They do nothing. Why are we entrusting them still? Why are we entrusting them with our vote, with these positions? Still, it's ridiculous. When are we going to stop? We are fueling this, right? We're fueling our own anger because we're putting them in there thinking that they're going to change or stop it. And they're not. That is not their job. Their job is to do as little as possible or do what is part of the plan in order to pacify us so that they get away with it and they can shape the country how they want, how the uniparty wants, and how the WEF and everybody else wants this country to be.
In coordination with Chairman Jim Jordan for Judiciary Committee and Chairman Jason Smith on Ways and Means. Now, I do not make this decision lightly.
Wait a second. I do not make this decision lightly. Why is it just I? Where's everybody else? When a decision like this is made, right? Or when an announcement like this is made of impeachment, you have a single person standing there at the podium talking, making a speech. Isn't there usually a wall of people behind them? All on the same page? All having discussed it and figured out what was going on? Not in this case. It's just I. There's nobody else here. Why is that?
Regardless of your party or who you voted for, these facts should concern all Americans. The American people deserve to know that the public offices are not for sale, and that the federal government is not being used to cover up the actions of a politically associated family. Now, I would encourage the president and his team to fully cooperate with this investigation in the interests of transparency. We are committed to getting the answers for the American public. Nothing more, nothing less. We will go.
Wait. We are committed to getting the answers. Nothing more, nothing less. He's telling us right there that those words are chosen very carefully to tell us they're telling us exactly what they're doing. Nothing more. They're going to get us the answers, and then nothing's going to come of it. But they got us the answers, so we should be happy with that. Nothing less, because they got us the answers. This is what they do. This is why the Republican Party should not exist.
Wherever the evidence takes us.
wherever the evidence takes us, right? Yeah. So we get the information. Thanks. Then you're going to recommend something or prosecution or charges to the DOJ, and then the DOJ is going to do what? Sit on their hands? All right, let's see what Gaetz has to say on the House floor about McCarthy. Wouldn't you know it? Is it inaction, maybe? Yeah, maybe.
On this very floor in January, the whole world witnessed a historic contest for House Speaker. I rise today to serve notice. Mr. Speaker, you are out of compliance with the agreement that allowed you to assume this role. The path forward for the House of Representatives is to either bring you into immediate total compliance or remove you pursuant to a motion to vacate the chair.
Why is it taking this
We have
long?
had no vote on term limits or on balanced budgets as the agreement demanded and required. There's been no full release of the January 6 tapes. As you promised, there has been insufficient accountability for the Biden crime family. And instead of cutting spending to raise the debt limit, you relied on budgetary gimmicks and rescissions so that you ultimately ended up serving as the valet to underwrite Biden's debt and advance his spending agenda. Mr. Speaker, you boasted in January that we would use the power of the subpoena and the power of the purse. But here we are, 8 months later, and we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. That's how you know that the rushed and somewhat rattled performance you just saw from the Speaker isn't real. At this point, during Democrat control over the House of Representatives, they had already brought in Don Jr. 3 times. And we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. Power of the subpoena and power of the purse. Only thing the 118th Congress is known for at this point is electing Kevin McCarthy Speaker and underwriting Biden's debt. And unfortunately, there's only one of those things we can remediate at this time. Power of the purse. Our leadership right now is asking us to vote for a continuing resolution. A vote for a continuing resolution is a vote to continue the Green New Deal, a vote to continue inflationary spending, and in the most troubling of fashions, a vote for a continuing resolution is a vote to continue the election interference of Jack Smith. Mr. Speaker, we told you how to use the power of the purse. Individual, single-subject spending bills that would allow us to have specific review, programmatic analysis, and that would allow us to zero out the salaries of the bureaucrats who have broken bad, targeted President Trump, or cut sweetheart deals for Hunter Biden. September 30th is rapidly approaching, and you have not put us in a position to succeed. There is no way to pass all the individual appropriations bills now. And it's not like we didn't know when September 30th was going to show up on the calendar. I must be better. You must be better.
Yeah.
And this House must be better, for it is the last best hope for tens of millions of Republicans. We demand real oversight against this weaponized government. Just look at the bribery. If tens of millions of dollars flowing from foreign corrupt people into the bank accounts of the Biden family wasn't enough for actual impeachment, why were we even looking? Joe Biden deserves impeachment for converting the vice presidency into an ATM machine for virtually his entire family. We all see it. We all know it. Now, moments ago, Speaker McCarthy endorsed an impeachment inquiry. This is a baby step following weeks of pressure from House conservatives to do more. We must move faster. Now, I will concede that the votes I have called for will likely fail: term limits, balanced budgets, maybe even impeachment. I am prepared for that eventuality, because at least if we take votes, the American people get to see who's fighting for them and who's willing to tolerate more corruption and business as usual. Mr. Speaker, dust off our written January agreement. You have a copy. Reflect on the spirit of that agreement and build on the start that we had moments ago. Begin to comply. No continuing resolutions, individual spending bills or bust, votes on balanced budgets and term limits, subpoenas for Hunter Biden and the members of the Biden family who've been grifting off of this country, and the impeachment for Joe Biden.
Hang on. Where's all the other Republicans? What are they doing? Why aren't they doing this? Why didn't they start months ago getting onto McCarthy about this? And look, it's been 8 months, like he said, and nothing's happened. Yes, he said he should be better. And yes, he admits that nothing's going to come of those votes, even if they pass them. Which I'm glad to hear him say that. That is one thing that they have never said. They've never actually admitted that whatever they do, it's not going to work. It's not going to pass the Senate. It's not going to be signed by the president, by Biden.
That he so richly deserves. Do these things or face a motion to vacate the chair. And let me alert the country, a motion to vacate might not pass at first, but it might before the 15th vote. And if Democrats bail out McCarthy, as they may do, then I will lead the resistance to this uniparty and the Biden, McCarthy, Jeffries government that they are attempting to build. I know that Washington isn't...
Okay, yes, it's a uniparty. So far, you've been part of it, except for the whole thing with McCarthy holding his vote up and postponing it and trying to get something out of it. But since then, what have you been doing? You've been on committees, running your mouth, and nothing's been happening, right? We need you to do more, and you need to do more now. So I'm going to take you at your word, but that's what I've been doing for 20 plus years, taking them at their word. So yes, I am skeptical. As well, everyone should be about everything that they say.
A town where people are known for keeping their word. Well, Speaker McCarthy, I'm here to hold you to yours. I yield back.
So there you go. Gaetz sounding great as usual, because he knows how to talk. He knows what to say. He knows how to get us going, right? He knows how to rile us up. But I want to see action. You've waited 8 months. You've been part of the uniparty since, since the whole thing with McCarthy in Speaker of the House. Yes, you did that. But is that part of the plan? We have to be, you and I, we have to be skeptical about these things. Did they plan that? Was it planned? We don't know. Look at all the things that, all the conspiracy theories that come true. Is it possible that that was part of the plan, or that they planned that? Sure it is. Why not? Of course it can be. So this is another plan forming as we speak. McCarthy comes out and announces the impeachment inquiry, and then you have Gaetz on the floor giving this speech. Is that part of a new plan? It remains to be seen, right? Should we take him at his word? Should we take McCarthy at his word? McCarthy, we definitely can't take at his word, right? Because he's proven in the past that he cannot be trusted. Gaetz, the jury's still out. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.